Hey guys, welcome back to the next episode in our App State Dynasty. Last week we played against Fresno State and had a heartbreaking loss. Their quarterback came back with a nice drive on the last second of the game to be able to come back and win that game against us. If you haven't watched it, I definitely recommend seeing it. It was a tough loss, but it was kind of expected at some point since we're such a low overall team. We weren't going to go undefeated the whole year, so it was going to happen at some point. To take a look at recruiting for this week, we have a lot of visits scheduled for this week. We have some of our defensive ends, outside linebacker, a safety, one of our cornerbacks. We scouted some players too because we had that bye week in there too. So Ryan Simmons is a gem prospect, a +6 overall, and it looks like we're going to get him at some point. So we just scheduled a visit for now. Paul Pittman, another prospect, 80 speed, 78 finesse moves, 79 block shedding. Looks like he's going to be another great prospect for us that we should be getting. Heath Whaley, 91 speed. He looks pretty solid for especially at 6'5". We're in a kind of a tough battle here, so we're hoping that this week, if we can get a good win, we might be able to take a lead on him. Eric Hart, we did fully scout, and he ended up being a bust. The accuracy being 78 and the power being 80 is still pretty good, so I feel like we're going to go after him anyway, especially because I don't really have to put that many points into him to be able to get him as a prospect, so we'll kind of see where that goes. And Mike May, he was 78 overall freshman, would be absurd. 89 block shedding is crazy. So we're going to have him come this week to see if we can kind of get back in the lead there. Other than that, we have a couple corners coming. They're going to be pretty tough to get. They ended up all being able to come this week, so we're just going to see what we can do against them. And if we can have a crazy week, we might be able to steal a couple of these guys away. But so far, really only one of them looks like they're probably going to come to our school. We also have this punter here, too, that we're coming this week. Hopefully, we'll be able to just get him to commit here pretty soon. So we are projected to win this game. We are rated better than them. Our offense hasn't been as good. Their offense has been superior to us, barely. But our defense has been pretty top-notch this year. But we just really haven't played a lot of tough opponents. So we'll see how this one goes. And it looks like Temple's starting running back is injured for 9 weeks. So that's going to possibly really help us this week. So here we go. Next week we are playing Temple again at home. We've had a lot of home games to start the season. And we will be returning first. Deshaun Davis is back to return. We're going to see if we can get some sort of momentum from him, and it does not look like it to start off. Our first possession on offense, we're going to see if we can run the ball again. Cameron Peoples has been a fantastic asset for us, and we're just not going anywhere on the first play. Second down, it's time for another run up the middle with Peoples, and we're just going to get 4. So far, running the ball has not worked very well for us. We're going to see if we can pass the ball a little bit, and we are going to pick up the first down with Tyler Page. So we have a lot of prospects here, or recruits here for this game. We're going to try to dump it off to Peoples, and he's not going anywhere. We definitely need to show out for these prospects, though, because this is really what's going to help shape our team. We're going to drop back and roll out here with Chase Bryce. He has underneath open, and we're just going to get 2, but nothing really. Chase Bryce has been really inconsistent for us this year. He's had some games where he's just been a turnover machine. He's had other games where he's been serviceable, and he's just going to take a sack. There's just nothing open. All right, so Temple's first job on offense. They're going to fake it and throw it underneath to Blair, who's going to break a tackle, breaks a second tackle. He's going down the sideline, finally pushed out after 20 yards. Our defense has been starting off so slow every single week, and another broken tackle. It just looks like that might be what's happening again. Now that I think about it, I don't even know if we've even started the game with a lead before. I think they've always had the lead first. But that is an excellent play by our defense for a TFL for the corner, Stephen Jones Jr. 3rd and 8. Motion the wide receiver over. Warner's going to drop back, and he's going to have a route bounce open for a first down. I'm wondering what you guys have thought. If you guys have been watching the episodes previously in the season, you guys have probably noticed that Dexter Lawrence Jr. kind of gets beat on a lot of plays, and that is a great tackle from Logan Dublin. So Dexter Lawrence Jr., the corner, and Ethan Johnson, the true freshman corner, they're pretty close in overall. I'm wondering what you guys think about putting Ethan Johnson as the second corner instead of Dexter Lawrence and moving him to the slot. Let me know what you guys think in the comments on if we should keep it the same or not. 3rd and 3. We're going to bring some of the safeties down. motioning the wide receiver over to the left. Warner's going to drop back. He's got someone open over the middle, and Ronald Clark's going to miss a tackle. The Lumberjack missed a second tackle so far this game. He was a tackle machine last week. First down, we're now pretty much in the red zone, and we tried to run commit there, and that was a bad idea as they almost picked up the touchdown. It is time for our defense to stand tall. Our red zone defense has been probably the best part of our defense so far this season, as they're going to fake the run, and they have space, but that's a great tackle from Jordan Earl. It is 3rd and inches. They are knocking on the doorstep. We're bringing all the safeties down, expecting a run. They're going to motion Blair over to the right. It is a run to Hubbard, and he is gobbled up in the backfield. Excellent defense. Nick Ross with the fantastic TFL. And they're going to go for it. They're going for it on 4th down. This is a big move by them. If we can make a stop here, this would be huge. They're going to try a wide receiver handoff, and it's not going anywhere. Stephen Jones Jr. was all over that for another TFL. We are hoping that is the momentum we need. We're going to start to try to see if we can run the ball to Peoples, and we just cannot. They've been gobbling it up all day. We're going to try something a little bit risky here, try to get Dalton Stroman involved in the game a little bit more, and we're just really not getting anything there. 3rd and long. Looks like they're in some sort of zone coverage. Gonna have some zone space, and somehow didn't get the first. And it would not be realistic for us to go for it here, even though I really, really want to go for it on 4th and inches. It would not be realistic, so we're going to have to punt this one away and see if we can try to get a good bounce. It looks like we get a decent bounce. He's going to pick it up, and of course he breaks a tackle. He's got some space on the sideline, and we finally take him down at the 35. So that was very disappointing that we didn't get any points off of that big turnover on downs in the goal line, but we'll see what we can do on defense this time, as they're going to throw to a wide open person. What did I say? Dexter Lawrence got burnt again. Dexter Lawrence Jr. is a true senior this year, and he won't be with us next season. Ethan Johnson will be the number 1 corner next season. And there we go, Ronald Clark with a big tackle there. But it's probably not a bad idea to get Ethan Johnson a little bit more experience guarding a little bit better receivers for him just being a slot corner. 2nd and 5. They're going to run the ball left with Hubbard, and he's not going to get the first. 3rd and short. And there's some motion on the line. And that's going to be a penalty on the offense. Warner is going to drop back. He's going to throw it over the middle again. We're missing so many tackles. Our tackling has been so bad this game. Temple knocking on the door again. A 1st down. They're going to have some space. Breaks a tackle, and he's not going to gain much of anything there. 2nd and 9. We're going to try to go back to some zone coverage. It looks like they keep trying to beat us over the middle. And Warner's going to sprint out, and there's just nobody there. That's a 1st down on a huge gain. E.J. Warner has been just kind of picking us apart so far. Luckily, they haven't scored yet. Warner's going to drop back again. He's going to throw this one away. 2nd and 10. Warner's going to have the option, and Ronald Clark is there. The Lumberjack takes him down for a huge 4-yard loss. His instincts were on high there as he just flew in the backfield and made the tackle. Warner's going to drop back. It's now 3rd and long. They're going to throw, and he gets the catch again against Dexter Lawrence Jr., but somehow not a first. And guess what, boys? They're going for it again. 4th down. Can we make 2 defensive holds in a row? Going to motion the wide receiver, and it's a perfect play call because they're going to get the first. I saw the motion. We set the edge very well for a run to the right, and he just cut right back upfield, and it was just not good for us. And that's going to be a touchdown. Temple is going to go up 7-0 after the run from Trey Blair. So again, we have found ourselves trailing. We're going to see if we can just get the passing game going. So far, really nothing's been effective for us. We have to scramble on. There's just nothing open again. Their coverage is too good right now. 2nd down, try to see if we can hand the ball off to Cameron Peoples. And he's got some space going over towards the right side, and he's going to gain 5 yards. After what was probably the best run of the game so far, we're going to try to go back to our bread and butter play and see if we can get somebody open. That's an open receiver to Deshaun Davis. And he's got a nice spin move and breaks a tackle and gets taken down a little past the 40. After the big play from Deshaun Davis, we're going to throw it again quick to Henry Pearson, the tight end, who's going to break a tackle and gain 9 more yards. We're starting to drive now. We're going to see if we can just run the ball up the middle, pick up the first down, give the ball to Cameron. He's got to break it outside and barely gets the first. Haven't tried any read options yet. We're going to see what that has in store for us. They definitely think we're going to the running back, so we gained 6. And having a star running back in Cameron Peoples really opens up the read option game for us. I just wish we had a little bit faster of a quarterback, and we could be a really deadly offense here. Cameron Peoples got some space, and he spins upfield for 3. 3rd and 1. Heavy backfield formation. We're going to fall forward for the first. We're just pounding the ball on the ground here. Cameron Peoples is going to run up the middle and gets another 5. We haven't tried really enough of these plays with these wide receiver handoffs. Deshaun Davis is elusive, so we try to give him the ball in space. And he's got some room. If he was a little faster, he might have been able to take that the distance. It's kind of sad that we don't really have any running back or wide receiver or quick quarterback options so far in recruiting to make our offense better. But that's a nice little space, and Cameron Peoples is fighting for yards, and he's in for the touchdown. Cameron Peoples fought his way for 23 yards for the first score for App State, and we are tied. So now we are all tied back at 7. 2.5 minutes left. Warner's going to drop back, throws over the middle. Ronald Clark misses another tackle, and they're going to gain 7. Motioning the receiver over. It's going to be a wide receiver handoff, and they do get the first. I really can't decide if they're trying to run the rest of this half out or if they're trying to score. And Warner's going to drop back, and he's going to throw an interception right to Trey Cobb. Yeah, I don't think they're trying to score. Trey Cobb just sat right in the middle of the field, and E.J. Warner threw it right to him. It's going to be sad when Logan Dublin and Trey Cobb, both senior linebackers, leave this year. We're hoping Paul Pittman, one of the recruits this week who's coming, can help to catch up to him. But Cameron Peoples makes a fantastic spin move, and he's gone for a touchdown. 2 runs, 2 touchdowns in 2 plays for Cameron Peoples. I was in mid-conversation and didn't even know that was even happening. That spin move made 4 guys fall on the ground. That is insane for Cameron Peoples. So now we finally have a lead after Cameron Peoples puts us back up, and that was almost dropped and intercepted, actually. Logan Dublin's already done that once this year. 2nd and 10. See if our defense can stand strong here. E.J. Warner's going to drop back, and they're going to throw it over the middle, and he's got some space to the tight end, as Trey Cobb got burnt on that play. Surprised the quarterback went right back at him after that interception a couple plays ago. It definitely looks like they're much more in a hurry to score this time. They're going to motion the wide receiver over a little bit, throw over the middle, and he drops it. 2nd and 10. E.J. Warner's going to drop back, and he's going to throw it, and it's knocked out by Ronald Clark. We might even have a chance to be able to put up some more points on this board here if they're going to wait for that. And that should have been intercepted by Dexter Lawrence Jr., and he didn't even attempt to catch it. And you see what I mean? That, like, he just makes some plays that you just don't want him starting. But they're going to go for it on 4th down. We're expecting a run, and he's going to get the first. That no one can get off their blocks, and he does pick up 3. That could have really been big for us if we would have made that stop. We would have been in pretty solid position to be able to score more points. Warner is going to drop back. They don't really have anybody open. That's a big sack. Nick Hampton, the linebacker, came in with a huge sack, and that is one of the 2 sacks we need for our Paul Pittman recruit visit. They're going to throw over the middle, and a diving catch by the tight end, Jordan Smith. They're moving down the field, but they're kind of moving down the field a little too quickly, though, as they haven't really got a lot of time off that. And I don't know why they did a draw on 3rd down. That's going to be a TFL. That is going to bring up 4th down, and they are going to punt the ball away. It's not a fake. They're punting it off, and we're just going to let this one go out in the back of the end zone. We're going to try something here, try some play action. We've been doing a lot of running the ball, and we just don't have any time. I think every single person got through their blocks there. And I think we're just going to concede there. We're going to run the ball once and pick up about 9, and I think we're just going to take this one to the half. We're going to be up 14-7 at halftime. Temple gets the ball to start the second half. They're going to try a fake handoff to the running back, and that is a drop. That could have been a huge play if the tight end would have came down with that. See if we can head back to some man coverage. They're going to run the ball off to Hubbard, and Logan Dublin is there for the TFL. 3rd and 7 now. Warner's going to drop back. Going to throw the ball to the corner, and he missed him. E.J. Warner throws another incompletion, and that's going to bring up 4th down. After the nice 22-yard return from Deshaun Davis, we're going to be starting off in pretty good field position here. Peoples is going to lose 2, though. 2nd and 12. Bryce is going to drop back, and he's going to throw a nice pass to Caden Robinson, makes a move, and he's going to be gone all the way to the sideline. Touchdown, Caden Robinson. 52 yards for our leading receiver. He hit him with a little Michael Jackson step back and took it to the house. 1st and 10 for Temple then. They're going to run a draw play, and that's going to get him about 4. This is really a big time in the ball game for Temple here, as they really need to put up some points on this board if they're going to try to stay competitive in this. They're going to run the ball again to Hubbard, and Logan Dublin is there. And Darvon Hubbard has only been averaging 1.5 yards per carry. That is a wide open pass. It looks like they're going to be reviewing this catch, actually. It looks like to me he had his feet in, but I wonder if he bobbled the ball during the catch. It doesn't really look like it, but it's somehow going to be reversed. I've been really proud of our offense so far this week, as we've had a lot of explosive plays. We're going to see if we can hit him with something tricky here. Going to keep the ball with Bryce, and there's only one guy to beat, and Stroman's got some space. If he was only a little bit faster, we'd be even further. But he's finally pushed out at the 25-yard line. Dalton Stroman with a huge run. And after the huge play, we're going to hit him with another read option, and he's got plenty of space for another 1st down for Chase Bryce, as we're just running it down their throats today. Going to hand the ball off to Cameron Peoples. He makes a spin, and he's going to lose 3. They knew what we were doing that time. They eventually will catch on. We've so far had a much cleaner game so far with Bryce. We're just going to have to scramble out, and I should have dumped it off to the flat, but he just couldn't get it off. We're going to call one of our go-to plays here on offense that has been working pretty well for us, and he's wide. No way he threw it too low. Another interception for Chase Bryce. Christian Wells was completely wide open over the middle, and he underthrew him by about 10 feet. And boy, I cannot wait to have a quarterback with a little bit better accuracy so we can actually hit some of these passes that are wide open receivers. And that's another 11-yard gain up the middle for Darvon Hubbard. 1st and 10 for Warner. He's going to throw it out to the outside, and they're not going to get anything. They're going to lose a yard. 2nd and 11. We're going to call some pressure here. See what we can do with Warner. So he's going to drop back, and he's going to take a sack. Logan Dublin is right there. He did not have time to get that off. I'm pretty sure we have enough linebacker sacks for the Paul Pittman recruit visit this week, so that's huge for us. And that should be an interception. He throws that right into coverage, and somehow it was a linebacker deflection, not the safety. Time to chew some clock. Cameron Peoples has a nice move, and he's going to gain about 4 yards there. Ideally, we kind of run some more clock off of this and then put the backups in for some more experience. Cameron Peoples gets a nice little run again, and he's going to gain a few. So 1 minute and 42 seconds left. We're going to try a run play, and we're just not going anywhere there. 1st and 10 for E.J. Warner and Temple. They're going to throw over the middle for an 8-yard gain. That has been pretty much wide open all day today. If their passes make me keep on run cover 2 or cover 3 zone just to have people there, and it worked out this time. So they're going to lose a yard. 3rd and 4. They really need to get something here, and Nick Ross is all over that for a TFL. 1st and 10 for us here. Cameron Peoples is going to run out to the outside there and makes a huge spin move, and that's somehow going to get him free all the way to the end zone for Cameron Peoples. Another 54-yard touchdown for Cameron Peoples. As that spin move is so deadly, he made 4 people miss on one move. This man is literally a man among boys right now. And after the huge play from Cameron Peoples, we're up now 3 scores. This has really been a great bounce back game for us after that tough loss to Fresno State last week. They're going to run up the middle, and he's going to break a tackle, break more than enough tackles, and he's finally taken down for 3 yards. The zone coverage has been working for us as of late, and right as I say that, he's got some space, and he's down the sideline, and he fumbles the football. Logan Dublin picks it up and then trips over him, and he's going to be taken down at the 45. I don't even know what just happened, but that is an amazing turn of events. Well, could have been a terrible play, ends up being a great play for App State. I'm trying to hurry up and play the next snap, but they're going to review this. And I really feel like he was down, but it looks like the ball came out at the exact same time. Is it enough to overturn it, though? That is the question. They are going to reverse it. I guess that makes up for the crazy play that we had earlier that came in our favor, so... But still, that's just tough. And that's an interception! Logan Dublin gets the ball back anyway! As this time they just throw it right to him. How much more can I even say about this guy? This is our senior leader. Logan Dublin is the man on defense. He is the Cameron Peoples of this defense. He is just always where he needs to be. We're going to drop back there, and he's got a nice seam over the middle as Henry Pearson's going to be down for 26 yards. Really don't know how that pass did not get intercepted there, but he somehow snuck it by. We're going to try another triple option with Chase Bryce, and he's going to keep it himself for 3. Try to hand the ball off to Peoples again, and he's going to try to make a guy miss, and he's going to get close to the first, but just not quite enough. It's going to bring up 3rd down. Solid 3rd down for us here. If we convert this or put up any points, it really should be over. We're just not going anywhere there, so we're going to have to settle for the field goal. The kick is up, and it is good. Last possession that's really meaningful at all for Temple. They have to put up a touchdown very quick, and that is almost another interception to Logan Dublin. That would have for sure iced the game if it's not already iced. E.J. Warner's going to drop back and throw it, and it's almost intercepted off the drop. And drops have been absolutely killing Temple today. One of the reasons that they have been so far behind in this. They're going to throw, and that is a nice pass to the corner out over Ethan Johnson's head. We're going to try to send some heat here again, see what we can do. And they're going to throw off their back foot, and that could have been picked by Stephen Jones Jr. He just dropped a for sure interception. We definitely have their quarterback rattled. He's down big. He's the away team. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. He could have thrown more that weren't dropped, and we're right there for another TFL. Andrew Parker. This is a big 3rd and down here for Temple. If they don't get it, it looks like we're probably just going to be putting the backups in, and that's another sack. Trey Cobb right back there. They tried a wide receiver screen, and they just couldn't get him open. It would have been a pick had he thrown that. We're going to be substituting the whole second-team offense and defense in now. We don't want to have any injuries, so we're not going to chance it, especially this early in the season. We're going to put in all the backups and just let them go to work. I'm going to be turning on Excel clock here, and just let me know in the comments if you want to see some of the backups play, just kind of build more character for the people that we're going to be seeing in the next few seasons. But other than that, I'll probably just be simming towards the end of the game. And that is going to end it. We're going to come away with a win, 34-7. We ended up getting another field goal with the second-team offense, as that's going to be the 3rd win of the season for us here at App State. Huge game for Cameron Peoples. I'm assuming he's going to be player of the game. Logan Dublin, also another shout-out with a huge defensive play as well. But yes, Cameron Peoples, 143 yards and 3 touchdowns. This man has really cemented himself as the star and the leader here on this offense. So for the stats, Chase Bryce had a decent game, 9 for 11, 116 yards, a touchdown, and a pick. He still threw that one really bad pick that was just not good. Cameron Peoples for running again, 19 rushes, 143 yards, 7.5 average, and 3 touchdowns. Just an insane game for him. He's really taking over this offense. Caden Robinson, huge game with that 52 yards and a touchdown. Henry Pearson also with 35 yards, which was pretty solid. Defensively, Logan Dublin, 9 tackles, 2 TFLs, a sack, and an interception. He also had a pass deflection in there, just really padding his stats there. Ronald Clark, a couple nice tackles. Nick Ross did all right. So a huge victory for us, 34-7 against Temple. Really putting ourselves again back in the win column. We already have 3 wins. We're halfway there for being bowl eligible, which is really important for our program to be able to help to remove these recruiting restrictions. I'm also really excited to see next week to see how some of those recruits did after visiting. Hopefully we have a couple of them sign, at least one of them anyway, to see if we can start really changing this program. Because remember, we can only get 3-star prospects, which is really important because a lot of the higher overall players are going to be gone, and we're going to be having to start these 3-stars if we don't continue to win. Thank you all so much for watching the video. We're building this community together, so if you have any feedback for me, just drop a comment below and let me know. I try my best to read every comment in the video. And don't forget to subscribe if you enjoyed the content and want to know when the next video drops. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.